Hello again. Here we go. Another study where it is white to move and win. This is a bit tricky. We have one pawn here ready to promote, but of course, if we start with that, black will simply just give a check here on h1 and take our queen. And after that, we are not winning at all. So we have to find another strategy to win this. And of course, we do as we always do. Now you pause the video, analyze this on your own time, and see if you can find out the solution to this study. Go ahead. All right, welcome back. So, what did we find? Well, of course, if we move away the king from this h file, black will put the rook on h1 anyway, and it seems we cannot even protect this pawn. So we're going to lose it because it's on the light square and the bishop here is on the dark square. The knight is too far away. So that's not an option. If we try to come down to g2 to block the rook from coming to h1, well, black will simply just grab our knight here with a check. And if we move closer or something like that, he will just put the rook on h2. We can try something like this to perhaps give some headache to black. I will not go deeply into this. I will just show you that black doesn't have to take the bishop. He can put his rook on a8 instead, and he will cover this pawn, and this will be a draw. Even if white comes back here and protect here, well, we will sacrifice. Well, black will sacrifice, and the king will come closer than the white king. So this is not an option either. And after black grabs this check, white just moves trying to stay on a g file. Black will just have indefinite checks here. It's if we go up, well, then black can grab this one with a check, and then just put the rook on a8, and this will also be a draw. Black will just sacrifice the rook here. So that's not a good option either. We cannot start with the king to g2. We cannot promote. And if we move the bishop anywhere, well, it's going to be a check here anyway, and we're going to lose the pawn. Sacrificing the bishop here doesn't give us anything. Black will simply just take it. He's still threatening to come to h1 and something like this. Well, the rook will come to e8, and this knight is really useless. So what are we doing? Well, it seems impossible, but it's not. First, we need to take this useless knight and put some use into it. We're gonna sacrifice it on c1, stopping the rook to come to h1, at least for now, which means we are threatening to promote here, and black has to do something about it. He cannot grab the bishop. It's not good enough. We will, of course, win this. And checking doesn't really give black anything. Now the king can come to g2. Black rook cannot come here, and if he cannot check again, he will lose the rook. So this is, of course, not good for him. He is forced to take the knight and have the same threat. But the position of the rook is a lot worse on c1 than on a1. And with our next move, we're going to take advantage of that. So if you haven't seen the full variation on the solution, well, here's another chance now to pause the video and see if you can find out how white moves and wins from here. Go ahead. All right, did you see it? Well, first we got the rook to c1. Now we're going to sacrifice the bishop as well, and we're going to put it on c7. This is just amazing. Now, we have the opportunity to put the bishop in between. If black goes for the check now, we're going to put the bishop here, and he cannot stop this pawn. He can, of course, take the bishop, but if it grabs it with the rook, well, then we're going to promote. We have a queen versus a rook, which is a winning endgame if played correctly. And he really can't do anything else but just to grab it with the king. Now he still has the potential of rook h1 check if we promote. The problem is now that the king is blocking the black rook to come to the 8th rank. And now, of course, we're going to take advantage of that. Because after this, we play the king to g2, again stopping the rook from coming to h1. So he will start checking, and he will never have the opportunity to go to c8. So we will just do the little king dance. We cannot come closer because the rook will come to the h file, but we can just allow him a couple of checks more, and then finally, after he checks on c6, we just put our king up here on g7. And now he cannot do anything about our pawn getting promoted, and we will win this in the end. So, from the starting position, beautiful knight sacrifice, followed by an equally beautiful bishop sacrifice, and then we set everything up for the promotion by playing the king up here and then just walking all the way up. Beautiful, beautiful study. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you managed to solve it also. If not, come back tomorrow. It might be something easier then. We'll see. See you then. Bye bye.